Isaiah 61. The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is on me, because the Lord has anointed me to preach good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives, and release from darkness for the prisoners, to comfort all who mourn and provide for those who grieve, to bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of gladness instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. They will be called oaks of righteousness, a planting of the Lord for the display of his splendor.
It is the cry of my heart to follow you. It is the cry of my heart to be close to you. It is the cry of my heart
Love is Fit for Christ ministry. It has been such a blessing to me, not just about the exercise, but about the fellowship with the women and the sisterhood that we have here. We are here to encourage one another, and we pray together and we pray for each other, and it's just been such a wonderful experience getting to know all of these women. And we are so excited to be planning new events for Pacific Church. So you ladies, just keep your eye out for the fun things that we have coming up for you.
3, 2, 1. Jump rope. Halfway down with that cardio burst. You want your heart rate up? You're here. Today I'm here. Keep jumping.
I just love this program. It's made such a huge difference in my life, and I'm so glad that you have it here.
Teach me your holy ways, oh Lord, and make me wholly devoted to you. It is the cry of my heart to follow you. It is the cry of my heart to be close to you. It is the cry of my heart to follow all of the days of my life. Oh, open my eyes so I can see the wonderful things that you do. Yeah, open my heart up more and more and make it holy.
Many things come to mind, but the thing that comes to mind first is the word encouragement. In fact, there are two great verses in Hebrews that talk about encouragement, Hebrews 3:13 and Hebrews 10:24. And one of them says, let us consider how to stimulate one another to love and good deeds. And this is something Debbie is very good at. She has probably encouraged me so many times to love people, and just her example and just by her words and her sacrifice for others. And the other one, Hebrews 10:24, let's see. How does that start, Seth?
That's the one you just did.
Oh. Well, you know what? That one bears repeating. No, just let us encourage one another. As long as it is still called today, unless any one of you be hardened by sin's deceitfulness. So that's why we need, and so to keep ourselves away from wrongdoing, we just need to continue to encourage one another day after day. Seth and I did this when we had our wedding ceremony. I couldn't remember all the words. We were saying 1 Corinthians 13. I was supposed to say a verse. He was supposed to say a verse. I was supposed to say a, you get the idea. Well, he said a verse. Then there was silence. And then he said...
That doesn't happen very often.
Then he said another verse. Fortunately, he knew my verses as well as his. So it ended up being mainly Seth say first. Anyway, that was many, many years ago. And that's off my subject. That's not on my list here.
It is the cry of my heart to follow you. It is the cry of my heart to...
Well, for the last year or so, I've been in a kind of transition, and the Lord's been leading me in the area of ministering to women. And I started taking a counseling class, but I didn't really know where it was going to lead me to. But I just started doing it. I really felt like I was led there, so I did it. And then one day at church, Michelle came up to me and asked me if I would like to be part of our new women's ministry that the Lord put on her heart in the area of ministering to women and counseling and taking care of those in need. So as soon as I heard that, I knew that all these things that God has lined up in my life, this is where it was leading. So it was very exciting. Thank you for this ministry and the calling you've given each of us, and just pray that you would bless us as we go about.
I'm not trying to hide anything. I wear it on my sleeve. I wear it on my sleeve. I'm not trying to be something I'm not. This is all I've got. This is all I've got.